Alrighty, so we're back on some more Warframe. I still need to finish up the Prime Resurgence, but the problem is I only have 4 Aya left, so I'm gonna have to farm some more Aya. There's only a day and 14 hours left to farm this, so I still need to get Fragger Prime, Bobbin, and Tekko. So I definitely think there's plenty of time to get it. I have no worries really. But I guess we'll work on farming some Aya while talking about this Nvidia problem that came up recently. You definitely saw it in the thumbnail with Grace from Resident Evil 9 Requiem. In fact, I have the images pulled up already. This is the only example I'm showing, but you see DLSS 5 off and then on. There is quite a bit of difference, and it's definitely more than just lighting, because lighting changes are not going to affect her face this much. Now, I do know people get caught up in the word AI a bit, so if anything's like even associated with AI, people tend to be a lot more negative towards it. But even if there was no AI involved in this, I still don't think it's exactly good, because it's like, yeah, it does, somewhat look nice. I mean, the problem is that it definitely looks like an AI generated image, because it kind of is really. I mean, it's an AI filter over top of it, but there is some charm with like original graphics, and plus this is like the original dev vision, the original developer art. So tampering with this to like this degree kind of just feels wrong. It feels weird. You can see in the back, man, my voice is dying. What the heck? You can see in the background the lighting changes a fair bit, like it brightens up a lot more, which I think kind of messes with the horror atmosphere, and it just looks wrong. Like honestly, this doesn't even really look like Grace when you switch over. And then there are more images online where, Nvidia talks about it. The thing is, a lot of these images are more quote-unquote realistic. Like, I'm really curious as to how DLSS 5 looks on, say, a game like Minecraft or Roblox or Borderlands, any sort of other game that has a more kind of cartoonish art style, or just art style that's not realistic. Like, what is DLSS 5 going to do to those? I guess we'll just do this one. All right, sure. But this AI filter thing is just really weird. I mean, people have luckily been just trashing on it online. I have not really heard anyone that says, oh yeah, this looks pretty good, I'm a fan of this, I'm hopeful for the future. I mean, maybe there's some part of Reddit that's like praising it. I don't know. Reddit, Twitter, you can pretty much hear anything there. But why are companies so obsessed with like all this kind of AI stuff? And just, I mean, the answer is really simple. It's, greed. Money. There's not much of another reason to that. Companies think they can use AI to replace employees so they don't have to spend as much money on development for whatever, which is definitely really sad to see, because I do see some comments on like certain YouTube videos that are generated with AI of people being like, oh, I'm excited for the future of AI, like this is our future, we need to embrace this. And it's kind of like, nah, I'm good, man. I mean, my YouTube videos are going to keep remaining AI free. Thumbnail, title, description, all of it, it's all going to be free of AI. But I really don't see like the point of having like AI involvement in like graphics of a game. Like, I guess I could sort of understand it if AI somehow optimizes the performance of the game, because hey, I mean, more frames are nice. If that could be optimized, that'd be great. But there is still like always the doubt of AI messing up. Actually, like, AI is not very consistent. It's been getting a little bit more consistent over the years, and I mean, really, it's kind of crazy how fast it's gone. Because I remember AI generated videos in 2023, there was just so much morphing going on with it. That's the other thing with DLSS 5, that's almost hard to say fast. But like, how consistent is it going to be applied? Because I bet if you like move your mouse around fast, kind of like this, you'll probably see all sorts of smearing. And the other thing is, normally DLSS is supposed to kind of like optimize the performance of the game. I do not have an Nvidia card right now, but when I did, I would typically have it on, because it kind of seems like it just magically improves the frame rate, which I'm very frame rate pilled these days. I love my frame rate. I think a lot of gamers do value frame rate more than graphics, but with what DLSS 5 is doing, it almost seems like it's not really going to improve performance much at all. It seems like it might just tank performance. And that's kind of been like the trend of recent features coming out in games. Like, I mean, the last feature, which was, I think, just ray tracing. Ray tracing does like visually look pretty nice, but the problem is that it really tanks your performance, and it doesn't tank it by just, 5 to 10 frames. It could be like 20 to 30 frames on like lower graphics settings, and on higher graphics settings, it could be as much as like 40 or 50. Maybe it's gotten better by now. I don't know. I have not not really use ray tracing because I want my performance. But really, I don't have a problem with ray tracing because it's optional. You don't have to enable it unless the game comes with ray tracing forced enabled. That's when I start to have a problem with it. And really, that one thing alone tends to lead people to put negative reviews for games because that forced ray tracing can really hurt performance. If you just simply had the option to disable it, you could get, at least 20 more frames. And that's really useful for people that do not have higher end PCs. Like, I feel like my PC's on the lower end these days. I mean, it's about $2,000 when I built it. I have a 7900 XT and like a, was it i7 12700K, I think, 32 gigabytes of RAM. It definitely gets the job done for most games at least. But like, why focus on all this AI use for games like this? Because I mean, gamers don't really seem to want it, and like, they're the consumer, they're the customer. So really, I guess all this AI features for games is more so appealing to shareholders or investors maybe, but that's just probably not going to work out too much in the end because most people are going to say no thanks, I'm good. Like, people might still get Nvidia cards, but they're not going to use DLSS 5, that's for sure. Another thing is, I mentioned earlier, most of the examples, I mean pretty much all of the examples that Nvidia gave with DLSS 5, they're all realistic looking. How is something like Minecraft or Roblox or Doom 1 or Doom 2? I mean, you don't need DLSS for Doom 1 or 2. Those are really old. Those are poor examples. Or wait, I did talk about this. Man, my mind is going all over the place, but I mean, DLSS 5 just kind of tampers with the art style, so how's Minecraft going to look? I think I saw a meme image of it earlier with like a very realistic looking Steve, which was definitely pretty funny. I mean, it looked hilarious. It looked really out of place. Looks like those realistic Minecraft mods. But I just don't get the point of this DLSS 5 with the AI filter. Although I'm very glad that people are rightfully upset with it and calling it out and just absolutely trashing on it and making fun of it, because I mean, that's really the only kind of pushback we can do for this type of stuff besides not buying it. Although an issue with today is that there does not really seem to be many good alternatives to these companies that are, seeking AI, because it's like in the GPU market, you have Nvidia, AMD, and Intel. I think AMD went kind of AI pilled. I could be wrong on that. Intel, I don't know what Intel has been up with. I have not heard like anything from Intel in a while, it seems like. But Nvidia is definitely AI pilled, that is for sure. It's almost like we just need another company that comes up that's actually like really caring for the customer and consumer. But that's really hard to do because AMD, Nvidia, Intel, they're also just, they have so much money. It's like hard to actually win anything against them. If a fourth company comes up and they just simply care for the customer, they'll pretty much form goodwill, which will definitely help them out a ton. So we'll just have to see how all this goes. I mean, I don't know how much longer this AI craze is going to last for. I don't feel like it can last that much longer. Because what, I think this AI craze kind of started a year or two ago. Because like there was some AI stuff, 3-4 years ago, but it was just so rough that no one was really interested in pursuing it. I'm sure we've all seen those AI generated videos of The Rock eating rocks, and they're just really scuffed. That was the AI that I really didn't mind because it was just so silly and stupid, and it was like blatantly AI. Nowadays, like I see some YouTube shorts where they're like a clip compilation, and there's some AI generated clips thrown into there, mixed into there, and that's not cool. Really, I'm trying to steer away from YouTube shorts or just really short form content so much because I feel like it just takes me down a rabbit hole that is not good. It's tending to the brain rot and the attention spans. It's not good. It's frying me. Now, I'm not even like against AI because, it's impacting my job searching. Really, my job searching is probably being impacted by all the layoffs, so all the people that get laid off already have plenty of experience, so they're pretty much the first ones to get hired at any other place that is hiring, and I'm a complete newbie, so I don't have any experience, which definitely matters a lot. Pretty much every job that I've applied to does not really, I mean, I hardly even get replies from any of them, and the ones I have heard from, they tend to just decline me. I mean, not tend to just decline me, they do decline me. I've not had a single interview, and I mean, you're hearing people having to do hundreds of job applications just for a chance at an interview. It's pretty crazy right now. At this point, I don't really even know if I'm going to get a job in computer science, which to me is not the end of the world. Like, that's fine. I can definitely at least find something else to do. I don't know what it would be, but yeah, we'll just see how time goes. So will Nvidia do anything about the backlash? Probably not. I mean, they've already made it. They're going to push it out no matter what. And people will just vote with your wallets. That's really all that you can do. And make fun of it. Yeah, that's that too. I wonder how the like developers even feel about it, because it's kind of like tampering with their art, you know, it's messing with their art style. Now, I've heard the saying graphics don't matter. That's, you know, mostly true. It's more so like realism doesn't matter. Really, you just need a nice art style. Like Borderlands, the whole series does not look realistic by any means, but it's still a pretty pleasing art style. Really, an art style can only like disrupt your game if it's like actually painful to look at. I mean, I'm on Warframe right now. It looks pretty nice. The only time where like a graphic kind of looked weird was the operator slash drifter faces, because they're supposed to look a bit more human, but the previous graphics just did not really look human at all. It kind of looked like a clay face model. It was really weird, kind of creepy almost. It was not visually appealing. And then Digital Extremes changed that to where the operator and drifter faces actually look pretty nice now. They look a bit more human. They don't look like a clay face. So really, I think DLSS was only nice when it just like seemed to magically improve your performance at the cost of almost nothing, really. Like, it didn't really seem to impact your graphic quality. But I really don't think gamers are too graphic obsessed these days. I think most of them want, you know, something that at least they can tolerate the looks of, right? Like, they don't want it to absolutely be deep fried, you know, 480p, but they want those frames, you know, they want that 100 plus FPS at least. I know some people tend to say, oh, your eye can't see a difference between 30 and 60 FPS, which is definitely not true. I can definitely see the difference, no problem. Really, 30 FPS is fine when 30 FPS is the only frame rate that you've ever experienced, but as soon as you go to 60 FPS, 30 FPS feels absolutely awful and unbearable, and once you go to 144 FPS or higher, then 60 FPS just feels unbearable. Now, watching 60 FPS is still fine, but actually playing with it is a different experience. More so when you're talking about like shooters, like first person or third person. When you're talking about like a card game or a fighting game, 60 FPS is perfectly fine for that. But for anything where you're actually like turning a camera, moving around, and then 60 FPS is just going to feel weird once you experience 144 or higher. But yeah, no idea what Nvidia is doing, no idea how things are going to be going. It's really confusing times in technology. But regardless, I'm not worried about the gaming crash. As long as indie developers still exist, as long as developers that are just passionate to create fun games exist, then we don't really have anything to worry about. The AAA gaming industry can crash, I don't care. Indie developers will still be on top. Anyway, I think that's about all I got to say for now. Just wanted to do a little video. Let me know what your thoughts are on all this stuff down in the comments if you want to, and I'll see you all in whatever I do next.